Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth, and I'm back again doing your mid-September 2015 monthly tarot horoscopes. And this is for everyone with their sun, moon, or ascendant in the lovely Gemini. I am back using my regular Shadowscapes deck by Stephanie Puy-Moon-Law. And I'll be continuing to use this deck for some time, and only bringing back the sex and relationship videos on occasion. And I need to shuffle just really quickly because I'm laying this out and I really need to shuffle just a minute more. So yeah, and then I am in the winter going to be bringing out a new deck. I haven't decided when that's going to be yet, so stay tuned for that. And if you'd like to know more about my pricing and payment, you're more than welcome to check out the About section on my YouTube channel. The front main page of my channel, there's like a little About link, and that will tell you about my hours and payment information. I don't have a website yet, so in order to get a private reading from me, you'd want to email me, elizabetholson31@gmail.com. I am still doing private readings, and I'd love to get you scheduled, so feel free to reach out to me if you'd like to do that. I love my Gemini clients. I mean, I love all my clients, but Gemini clients are always quite fun. They're usually very perky and bright and fun, and we just communicate really well. I always feel like I always look forward to my Gemini sessions. They're fun. So let's see what we got here. I think I'm finally shuffled. There we go. There we go. Okay, so Gemini, you have a little cluster, what I call a cluster of negativity, okay, towards the end of September. I almost want to say for the next 2 weeks, it's going to be a kind of a challenging time because I feel like you've got some relationship stuff going on. That's kind of a test. Let's talk about the recent past, though, because this is the card that I think you guys get this, like the money card every time. I'm noticing this. So you're getting the cash card. This is the cash tree card, the money card, the You're So Money Baby card. And this is wealth, too. Wealth and happiness and good fortune. So you have that in the recent past. Which is very positive. You have the Chariot card as the foundation, which is the card in the distant past, like representing of the distant past, which is things happening quickly, which is nice because you're an air sign. So that means, in the distant past, there was success to be had. Things were happening quickly. Things were going your way. Okay. I like to see that. This is a sports card. So for those of you who are into sports, it's matching up with the good luck card. So I'm not saying you should put money on your favorite team. However, I am saying that if ever there was a time to reap the rewards of the good fortune, if you had a favorite team, this would be the time, okay? Because it's still past, present, and future are all one. So even though this was in the past, the two cards are linking up together, and so it's going to influence you in the future. That's kind of how I see it. And I do feel like you are spending a lot of money, so you do have to watch your finances. If you're in the legal field at all, this is you, doing, a settlement or if you have a settlement kind of going on or waiting for a settlement, it's happening now. This is there is money issues in your relationship. If you're in a relationship, there's some financial issues. If you're single, this is you needing to really watch your budget, watch your spending. You and I think, was it Taurus? No. May have been Pisces. needing to budget. But regardless, you may be in a relationship with someone who's not budgeting as well. Because I do see this as you're an air sign, you're sitting up there, and you're watching your money flow away. It's almost like you're sitting on the riverbank watching your money go down the tube. Okay, so you want to, and you're happy doing it. You're happy to do it. So you have moments where you're happy to spend money, but then at the same time, I feel like you resent the fact. You have like what I call buyer's remorse. So it's like you're the kind of person that may like to buy something, but then at the same time, then as soon as they get home, be like, shit, why did I just do that? You may have some buyer's remorse. I don't know, something about buyer's remorse, something going on with the legal field, something to do with settlement, and some of you who are single, you may just be having some financial problems. I want to say some financial problems. You may have had money in the past, but in the present time, you may just be struggling. Some of you. I'm not saying all of it, because I feel like some of you are in like one category where you're doing well, you're reaping you're successful, you're reaping the rewards of your success. Things are going good with business. Things are going good with finances. And then it's like now, but then you have this other camp of people that's sort of like struggling along, spending a lot. Even if they did have money at one point, they're overspending. Okay, so you got to watch that. And then there may be some overspending, underspending, penny pinching type stuff going on. And then you have the Four of Swords crossing you, which is very interesting because this is a card about needing to get more sleep, needing to have peace of mind. If you're sleeping well, this is just having peace of mind. This card, is a retreat card. It's a card about retreating. It's not a card about going out and taking action. This is a card. It's like the calm before the storm. And I will tell you, the storm is coming. Okay, at the end of September. Okay, # storm is coming. Okay, so this is a time to rest up for it, because if you can, mid-September, take a nap. I want to say, take a nap. Get some rest. Go to bed early. Whatever you can do. This is resting from any kind of conflict that you may have had, because this is crossing the Six of Pentacles. I want to say that the Gemini females are the ones that really need to have peace of mind. Okay, their minds are spinning out of control. You need to rest your mind. Listen to more music, listen to classical, meditate. Okay, Gemini guys, you're overspending, and then you have buyer's remorse. That's kind of how I see it. And you need to budget more. You're still going to do well, both Gemini females and Gemini guys, financially in the future, but I just think like these are some of the things that you're going through now. Now it's very interesting because you have this Eight of Cups in reverse, and I did shuffle, and this came up for several of the other signs, which is completing karma. This is completion. This is wrapping things up. Okay. This is, being a starseed, your souls from being from another galaxy, being here to help the planet ascend, having a lot of light, having a lot of healing ability. This is using your light of intuition. This is getting to a place where you call home. You may be have been a weary traveler in your life. You may have gone places and done a lot of things, but this is coming to a place, either you're actually literally going home to like see family in September, it's late September, early October, or you meet someone who maybe, through their family, you feel like you're finally home. You feel like they're home to you. That family is your home, Home is where the heart is a lot of times. So this is being in a place that you call home, but also this is being around people who really love you and loving the people who are around you. So this is a really great card. And it can be a little bit challenging up to this point because or this card can be kind of a signal that there are some challenges, and you do have a lot of relationship challenges at the end of September. But to me, this is completing karma. This is like, you're going through test after test after test, thing after thing after thing, just to get to home, to get to that moment where you are, everything's very harmonious. So right now, things may be harmonious or things may be a little bit tough, but I feel like you've been kind of in this period of really good fortune and happiness in the recent to distant past. Really good fortune, because you have the Chariot, which is success, and the good fortune card. So I think things have been going very well for you, but now you may have kind of overdone it like usual, and you need to take a rest. Okay, making sure you're getting enough rest, making sure that your mind is at rest. So that means, maybe reading a book, getting your thoughts, getting out of your head. You need to kind of get out of your head a little bit, Gemini. So now in the immediate future, this is where things kind of the cluster starts to happen. Okay, immediate future, you've got the worry and fear card. So Gemini guys in particular, okay, this is you being, having worry, having fear, being very concerned about things, kind of carrying a dark cloud around you, your mind kind of spiraling out of control. Gemini ladies, you may be, dealing with someone or have dealt with someone who's just a chicken shit, who kind of just afraid of being with you or afraid of the relationship. And sometimes women ask me this question of, well, what are they afraid of? What is it they're scared of? Why are they scared? They're scared of what you could say or what you're going to say or how you're going to act. They don't want to have the conflict, so they're avoiding it. It's not that you're scary, it's just that what you're going to say is scary and that the conflict is scary, So that's kind of how it is. Now, the way that things are clustering up here is you've got this weight, the Five of Cups in the position of emotions, which is heartbreak, okay? And waiting for a guy, okay? So this is the classic. There's been a lot of this lately, and I don't know why, okay? But waiting on a guy. Now, if you're waiting on this guy who's actually a chicken shit, he's not good for you. So even if you were to wait for him, this would be a bad move on your part, okay? Why? Because you also have the Liar, Cheater, Thief card, which is what the message is from the universe, okay? So the universe is telling you he's a liar, cheater, thief. He's not a good person. He's betrayed you. He's either cheated on you, lied to you, turned his back on you, ignored you, someone who's trying to escape responsibility, okay? Or all of the above, okay? And I coined the term liar, cheater, thief because at some point, I think most of the guys in my life had either cheated on me, lied to me, or stolen my heart. And that's a tough thing. And so that's why it's really the trifecta, of fun stuff. Not really, okay? But in relationships, this is tough stuff. So you got a guy who's afraid. You got a guy who's wearing the mask. To me, it's the same person, same dude. And I hate to see that he's broken your heart, or I hate to see that you're waiting for him in any way. He's not worth it. Now I've been having this issue with a lot of my clients where women they're waiting for the guy to come back so that they can be in that power seat again, okay? And then break up with them and then break their heart. But it's like Samantha in Sex and the City, who wanted the power back. So she slept with the guy. And then he broke up with her again, okay? And she's like, you're beating me to the punch. You beat me to the punch every time, And it's driving her crazy. Women want that ego, that power play. They want the power. But if you wait for him, and he comes back, you are giving him so much power, it's unbelievable. And you're not going to get the power back by him coming back. You're going to lose. Because you'll always cave to him, because he is always going to be the victim, always going to be the center of attention, always going to say, it's not my fault, it's your fault, and you're going to believe him. And why are you going to believe him? You're going to believe him because he is very convincing. He's got a great sob story, you know, and you're going to fall for it because you fell for it to begin with. So you're going to fall for it again. And women always say, no, it's going to be different when he comes back. I just wanted a chance to break up with him so that, you know, it can be fully, totally, truly over. And it's a power move. No, not going to happen. You have the Five of Swords also, the position of your attitude later down the line. Okay. So these together, this little cluster here is, I'll show you. You know, just not a fun cluster of negativity, okay? And the Five of Swords is a bad dude, okay? It's a guy who will throw you under the bus, who will always be the victim, who is broken inside. So he'll be the one breaking you. He's out for blood, and this is survival mode too. Some of you may be going through some kind of, you know, financial issue where you're kind of feeling like you're in survival mode. Because you've had all this positive financial stuff happening, this may not be you. This may be just the person that's going through this. Okay, so maybe like, you know, the guy that you're interested in or the girl that you're interested in, and they're going through this. The fact that's in your attitude, though, shows me that this is where you're at. Some of you, this is where you're at. So even if some of you Gemini guys are the ones that are cheating. Okay, I'm just going to come out and say that. Some of you are the ones that are cheating. Some of you are the ones that are the victim. Some of you are the ones that are broken inside. Some of you are the ones that, you know, you're hungry for a fight. That's what wants to come off my tongue. Or you're just plain hungry for success, you know, and it's like, it's almost like not fighting fair in a way. It's like you're willing to get, in order to get what you want, you're willing to hurt people along the way. You're willing to lie. You're willing to cheat. You're willing to steal. You're willing to do what's necessary in order to get your way, and you'll fight for it. So it's sort of just like you're going down this path of negativity because, and this applies to some of you, not all of you, because maybe you think you're not going to get what you want otherwise. So you feel like you have to, you know. It's that person who steals for food when they're hungry. They think they have to. You know, it's that mentality. You need to be in that abundance mindset of, I have abundance now. I have an overflowing bank account. I have all that I need and more. You know, I have a great partner. I have a great life. I have all these affirmations you need to put into place. And ladies, if you're dealing with a dude who's not good and you know he's not good, do not wait for him to come back. Okay? If he's ignoring you in any way, if he's, you know, broken up with you in any way, even if he hasn't broken up with you and he's just disappeared, forget him. Like, the best thing you could do would be to forget him. And then the outcome is so strange. It's just like this bright light at the end, which is the light at the end of the tunnel, which is the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is a major arcana card. And so you're learning to use your intuition. You are completing karma, potentially with the guy who's cheating on you. And that means either somewhere along the line in your past lives you cheated on them, or somewhere along the line you chose that this is something that you wanted to learn. And you're using your intuition, and you know that chances are he's cheating on you, and you know that that this situation isn't good for you. And you need to pay attention to your intuition. Because Geminis are air signs. And they have natural intuition. Because their energy is like so up here. I mean, it really is. So, this is also secrets and fertility and death. Okay, I see it as those three things. Things that are hidden. Okay, things that you don't see. I just want to say this is a very fertile time for some of you, so you got to be careful. You know, wear a condom, glove up. Don't sleep with this guy because you'll be stuck with this guy. You know, this would be bad. You know, those of you who are guys, male Geminis, some of you, this is what's going on with you. Some of this is what's going on with your partner. So some of you may be gay and may be in a relationship with someone who's cheating on you. And so it may not be you at all, okay? And if you're single and you're not in a relationship at all, you need to get out there. You're hiding away in your house. Some of you need to come out of the closet. Some of you just need to embrace the light. You know, maybe this is a time where you're facing your shadow and you're facing the negative sides to your personality. And maybe some of you are not wanting to face your responsibilities. But it's important that you do so, because then you will grow. So I feel like for the most part, though, there's really someone who's cheating on you. Okay, there's active cheating going on. Or so I should say there will be active cheating going on in the future with this person. This card also shows me ignoring someone, turning your back, turning away, not wanting to see someone. So there may be that too. If you're single, you may just not want to see someone. There may be someone there's maybe something you don't want to face. Maybe you're scared to face it, you know. And some of you are waiting for Mr. Right because you have this 5 of Cups and you're waiting and you're standing there on the edge of your life saying, when is he where is he? You know, like Charlotte in Sex and the City. You know, like, where is he? I've been waiting for so long. But you need to take the action steps to getting it. You're so, I want to say, immersed with this guy. A lot of you are a girl, because it could be a girl too. You're obsessed with them, so you're not going to meet somebody else while you're obsessed with them. It's just not going to happen. That guy, that bad dude or girl, that bad girl is like not allowing it because their energy is in your way. So, so that's what I see for you. I'm going to pull one final card just to kind of see if there's anything else, any last messages, and go from there. I'm just going to... Okay, I put two cards. I had originally pulled the final card as the 10 of Swords. This is a card which you've gotten a lot lately. It's very interesting because I remember you guys getting this card. This is a girl who's, you know, very drained, very tired, very, you know, there's a tear in her aura because her energy's being leaked out. And also I call this the Holy Terror card. This is you being afraid of getting hurt. Really, really, really terrified of getting into a relationship with someone that's going to hurt you, okay? Or this is a fear of failure. Or all of the above. Some of you are afraid of getting hurt in a relationship, afraid of failure in general. You know, you're very tired, you're very drained out, you're not taking care of yourself. Especially the female Geminis. Specifically, I feel like the female Geminis. Some of you are, contemplating going through a divorce, or you got some legal stuff going on. Again, there's a strong legal feel here because you got the Temperance card. And the Temperance card is, and I see this as you, Gemini, sitting there up in a tree somewhere, really spending way too much time alone in the quiet of your room or your house. Or on the other hand, you're out and about and running around like a chicken with its head cut off. You also have these two sides. You have this very hot side and very cold side. So you lose your temper, or you cry. You get very, very angry, or you're very, very sad. And this is also bottling and suppressing all of your emotions. And then all of a sudden, one day, you lose your mind and it all comes out. So I can't really. I feel like I can't change what I see in these cards, but you can, okay? So I feel like there's a lot of things, a lot of challenges that you're going to have to overcome at the end of September. Major challenges. Even into October, this is a challenging time for you. And it could be the fact that another fellow air sign, Libra, is going in Mercury retrograding in Libra, okay? And we're going into Libra. So it's a tough, I feel like, for you, energy. And I feel like you're not taking the action steps and doing what you need to do for yourself to take care of yourself. And you're not taking the action steps to change the circumstances. So it's kind of just like you're in a tailspin, and in order to even out the plane, you actually have to move some of the levers or whatever, the plane thing, and actually even out. But instead of doing that, you just kind of stay in that tailspin. Because you're terrified that you're always going to be in that tailspin, and you're not. Some of you are just not. You need to get more grounded. You need to do things that ground you. Exercise grounds you. You may want to do some Reiki healing to help ground you, so you're not like all up here. You kind of need to get it together. That's what my aunt would say. You gotta get it together, is what she says. Pull yourself together. What you really have to do. There are some things that other people cannot do for you. You have to do it for yourself. So my suggestion is pull yourself together, get organized, take care of yourself. Try not to get too caught up in the tailspin of worst case scenarios, of what, fearing the failure. It's not going to happen, because it's just fear. It's not reality. You're living in the dream, which includes the failure, but you need to get into the reality. The reality is that's not going to happen, okay? Unless you let it happen, unless you continue to manifest it, which it will happen then. You need to release your emotions, and I definitely recommend crying. Actively crying in the morning, actively crying at night, trying to cry, releasing your emotions. It will, I feel like, help you tremendously. So the key word for you is like balance in September. And action. Balance and action. Balancing out your crazy lifestyle with your, your inability to take care of yourself, inability to love yourself. You need to overcome that. You need to love yourself. You can do this, okay? So love yourself, take care of yourself, get organized, pull yourself together, and like my friend used to say, and she's a Gemini, she used to say, put your big girl panties on and go get up. That's what you got to do. So on that note, I'm going to leave you, and I'm going to say I wish you the best at the end of September. I send you big hugs, big kisses, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Okay, take care.